of November 2020, hari Jumaat. Okay, kita mengikuti kelas online kita Google Meet Matematik Tambahan yang diketuai oleh Cikgu Nahafiza, Teacher Yusna Malia dan myself, Teacher Gan. Okay, so kita teruskan dengan apakah yang kita nak buat hari ini. Kita punya objektif pembelajaran kita akan adakan satu sesi soal jawab antara murid dengan guru. Okey, untuk bincang soalan dan bincang kesilapan seperti minggu sebelum ini. Dan yang seterusnya untuk 40 minit, yang itu 45 minit. 45 minit yang kemudian anda akan bergerak ke Google Class, iaitu jawab soalan anda dari situ. Okey, seperti yang biasalah, supaya kamu betul-betul lock yourself for 45 minutes untuk buat soalan yang ditujukan. Okey, Cikgu Yus, soalan akan dipublish oleh Cikgu Yus selepas ini. Right? Jangan lupa isi kehadiran anda. Dan ini yang telah Cikgu dapat sebelum Cikgu mula kelas dengan anda. Okey, ini yang pertama. Cikgu ambilkan yang ini. Ini yang pertama. Okey, no maths, no life. Okey, no maths, no life. So, tips cemerlang matematik SPM. Tak kisah dia matematik SPM ke, matematik tambahan SPM. So, usaha. Okey, you mesti berusaha. Kamu mesti berusaha. D1, D3Q. Apa maksud ini? All these notes saya dapat dia dari internet. Okay, dari Google. These all published by other teachers. These words are not from me. Okay, ini adalah dari cikgu-cikgu cemerlang yang di luar sana. Sebenarnya kita pun ikut yang sama, cuma you don't pay attention. So I perlu pergi ambil tulisan orang lah, tulisan cikgu lain. So ini yang pertama. Usaha anda D1, D3Q. Apa itu? Okey, day 1 iaitu one day. Okey, day 1 maksud dia one day lah. One day do 3 questions. Ini dia agak lenient sikit lah. But for me, you want to go for A+, one day do 10 questions. Tengok siapa lagi dahsyat. Okey, kalau you nak buat you want to perform yourself, go all out for it. Itu yang penting. Usaha you must have. Okay, that you are willingly to do it. Okay, dan yang kedua, jawab semua soalan SPM sebenar tahun-tahun lepas. Okay, if you don't have the past year question, please go and get one book. A book costs you around less than 15 ringgit. It might be 12 plus, it might be less than 10. Okay, bergantung kepada jenis apa yang kamu beli. Sebenarnya past year question dia ada beberapa siri. Okay, kalau tak ada, then you may go to Google. Kalau tak ada, cikgu saya tak ada duit nak beli, don't worry. Then you go to Google, type in Mr. Google, dekat Mr. Google dia punya chat box sana, soalan tahun lepas matematik tambahan, box keluar semua salin dari situ. So if there is a wish, there is a way. Okay, there is a wish, there is a way. Kalau kamu tak nak, memang tak ada cara lah. Kalau nak tu, pelbagai cara kamu akan fikirkan. Dan yang ketiga, kuasai teknik menjawab langkah demi langkah dengan betul. Okay, that is why Cikgu Hafiza, Cikgu Yusna Malia dan myself, we have come up with one strategy for you. So tidak seperti yang lepas, you duduk in front of me, I talk short sendiri 2 jam, you dengar, entah you dengar ke tak dengar. Okay, then we don't see the improvement in you. So selepas itu dibincangkan dan kami tukar strategi. Mula-mula kami akan bincangkan apa yang telah kamu buat. Okey, selepas itu kamu perlu buat soalan untuk yang seterusnya. Apa yang kami bincangkan adalah langkah-langkah penyelesaian anda. Okey, kita nak tengok adakah kamu sudah menguasai. Cikgu nak tengok sama adakah murid-murid sudah menguasai. langkah-langkah. Sebab itu masa penandaan cikgu ada tandakan dekat situ. So bila kamu dah terima jawapan anda, kamu tidak pasti, kamu boleh PM cikgu. Okay? Saya jarang masuk ke Google Class untuk tengok kamu punya PM. Sebaliknya kamu boleh PM cikgu masing-masing lah. Okay? Kalau kamu ada nombor telefon cikgu Gan, boleh juga PM dia. Kalau nak PM tu baik kamu snap you punya jalan kerja semua dan hantar pada cikgu, tanya dari situ, lebih mudah daripada kamu nak bentuk ayat. Okey, lepas itu yang keempat, kemahiran. Okey, mahirkan diri anda dengan menggunakan calculator. Ini yang telah cikgu sebut beratus kali dah. Okey, calculator bila cikgu tanyakan satu soalan, cikgu bagi satu persamaan, cikgu bagi any equation to you. If you need a calculator to solve, please make sure you get your calculator and press. Kerana pressing calculator, it might cause you get the wrong answer. Sebab itu kamu perlu mahirkan diri anda. Mahirkan diri anda. Okey, dan yang kelima, point tips yang kelima. Okey, tidak dapat semua, jangan tinggal semua. Okey, maksud di sini kalau kamu tidak boleh jawab semua soalan dengan betul. Okey, dan itu yang dimaksudkan jangan tinggalkan semua. Yang mana yang kamu tidak boleh jawab tajuk itu, tak apa. Kalau kamu boleh fikirkan formula, fikirkanlah formula. Okey, gunakan formula. Masukkan nilai ke dalam formula itu dan kalau kamu dapat nilai, masukkan nilai itu ke dalam formula. Ini yang kata tidak dapat jawab semua tajuk, tetapi kamu jangan tinggalkan. Okey, jangan tinggalkan jalan kerja untuk semua soalan. Maksudnya every question given to you, kamu mesti jawab. Paper 1 ada 25 soalan, jangan tinggalkan kosong. Okay, dan jangan salin semula soalan. Jangan buang masa menyalin soalan. Buat kerja, tunjukkan jalan kerja. Okay, last but not least, doa. Your praying is very important. Why do you need to pray? Bukan pray untuk dapat A. Praying kat sini adalah so that COVID go away. Jangan ganggu anda kerana kamu nak menduduki SPM. Pray for during the period of your exam, you don't fall sick. Doakan supaya anda tidak jatuh sakit. Okay, pray that during that period of SPM, ahli keluarga semua sihat-sihat belaka supaya kamu boleh concentrate, beri perhatian dalam peperiksaan anda. Ini adalah tips yang cikgu nak kongsikan lah sebelum kita teruskan perjalanan kita. Dah dapat semua? Ini ada sedikit enhancement lah untuk anda. What happened to my this one? Ya. Sekejap. Okay, dan saya teruskan ke seterusnya. Dah habis yang kat sini. Sesi jawab soalan murid dan guru. So kita pergi ke, sebelum kita bincangkan kesilapan, marilah kita tengokkan soalan. Okay, di sini soalan dia dalam English sahaja kerana nak jimatkan tempat. Okay, Adam planted vegetable on a piece of land. Okay, cara macam mana nak jawab? Langkah pertama, baca soalan, fahamkan soalan, dapatkan maklumat penting. Okay, ini dia plant apa? This is not our keyword. Okay, our keyword is apakah yang what is given to us is a land. Kalau diberikan tentang land, dia mesti ada shape. Okay, the shape of the land is a right angle triangle. Bila anda dah baca this is a right angle triangle, first of all, lukiskan right angle triangle anda. Okay. Ada sedikit kesilapan kat sini. Okay. Right angle triangle, lukiskan. Bila dah lukiskan right angle triangle ini, dan yang kedua, dia kata the longest side yang paling panjang is y meter. So right angle triangle, which is the longest side? This is your basic knowledge. Hypotenuse is the longest side. So ini adalah label y. Labelkan immediate. Okay, terus labelkan dia. Okay, this is your y. Dan yang kedua, the other two sides of the land are x meter and 2x minus 1 meter respectively. Masing-masing. Tinggal lagi dua. So which is which? Dua-dua side is okay. Kalau anda punya x di sini and 2x minus 1 di sini, okay? It can be your x dekat sini, it can be your x dekat sini, it can be x dekat sini, 2x minus 1 is here. Tak kisah. Kerana dia merupakan segitiga yang dia tunggang terbalik. So it won't harm you. Jangan risau yang that one. Okay, lepas itu kita bacakan seterusnya apa yang dia hendak soalan. Soalan dia menghendaki the other two sides of the land, okay, this one. So apa lagi yang seterusnya? Okay. Then he fence. Ini perkataan dia. He fence the land with 40 meter. Apa maksudnya fence the land with 40 meter? Fence the land. This is the piece of land. Dia nak fencing. Dia nak fencekan dia. Ni. Dia nak fencekan dia. So dia nak fencekan dia. What does it mean by fencing? What do you understand fencing? So di sini fencing maksudnya adalah perimeter. So here you should know that the fencing here is perimeter here. This is perimeter. Okay, dengan wire lah. Dia nak fencingkan dia dengan wire. Yang wire berduri tu. Okay, find the length. Dia nak find the length, nak cari panjang. In meter, unit dia in meter. Each side of the land. Setiap satu, you need to give this, and this. Itu dia. See the marks here? 7 markah. You want to get the 7 markah? Bukan setakat conteng 2 baris. Maksudnya soalan ini panjang cerita dia. So langkah pertama yang perlu anda lakukan ialah ini dulu. Okay, eraser this one. Sorry, I got ter-erase this one. Erase this one. Supaya dia cantik. So this is X. This is my X. Okay. Yang pertama, langkah pertama is your perimeter. So your perimeter, you dah tahu fencing wire dia is 2X tolak 1 this side. Okay. Tambah dengan X this side. Tambah dengan Y this side. And the perimeter here give you equals to 40. This will be your first equation. Right? So dalam first equation ini, you will get dia dalam 2 unknowns, which is X and Y. So susun semula, you will get Y equals to 41 minus 3X. Or you boleh jadikan dia sebagai X equals to 41 minus Y over 3. Tak kisah mana-mana. Tapi di sini cikgu tak cadangkan anda gunakan X as the subject. Kerana X as the subject, you akan jadikan dia dalam bentuk pecahan. That is what happened to Jaren. Jaren, are you there? Jaren. Jaren tak join the class. Okay. Can you hear me, guys?
Boleh Puan Gan, Jaren tak ada.
Jaren tak ada. Because Jaren dia buat dia dalam, saya dah menanda banyak-banyak, Jaren is the only one yang dia jadikan X sebagai subject equation dan dia salah soalan ini. Right, baru saya terfikir, I lupa nak snap dia punya penyelesaian. Okay, then the second one, where is my second equation? For this equation, you baru dapat first mark. Untuk this equation, you only get this marks. Markah anda di sini. This is your first mark. Kalau anda terhenti kat sini, maksudnya you lost your 6 marks. Memang A plus dah tak ada di tangan lah. Memang A plus dah hilang. So what is your second equation? Now, this is why you have to ask yourself. Tanya diri anda, why a right angle triangle is given to you? Kenapa dia tak bagi segitiga bentuk lain? Mengapa dia mesti satu right angle triangle? Bila kita fikirkan dalam hidupan harian kita, kita punya tanah bukannya right angle triangle. Dia dalam bentuk bunga-bunga, bulat lah apa benda. Kenapa dia bagi bentuk begitu? Kerana nak kaitkan konsep matematik. So now, right angle triangle, apa lagi konsep yang boleh kamu pakai? Right angle triangle, please take note, right angle triangle ada dua konsep yang boleh kamu pakai di sini, iaitu trigo ratio dan Pythagoras theorem. Catat, anak-anak murid sila catat. Kehadiran masih tidak memuaskan. Okay, so dua. So memandangkan segitiga ini tidak ada sudut diberi, maka kita abaikan, okay, ataupun kita tinggalkan kita punya trigonometry ratio, nisbah trigonometry. Kita tinggal lagi satu Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem, kita akan dapati bahawa Pythagoras theorem kita ialah y squared equals to 2x minus 1 squared plus x squared. Okay, ini adalah Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem ini kamu akan dapat satu markah di sini. Right? So dah dapat markah ini, nampak ini subjek Y, ganti dia terus. Ganti terus, kembangkan yang ini. So bila dah ganti, dah kembangkan, kamu akan dapat 2x squared, okay, minus 121x, okay, plus 840 equals to 0. Kamu akan dapat yang ini. Okay, so selepas dapat yang ini, what do you do? Ambil calculator, continue dengan factorization. Okay. Factorization yang kamu dapat ialah x tolak 8. Okay, then 2x tolak dengan 105. Okay, so di sini x anda, kamu punya x akan menjadi 8 ataupun x sama dengan 52 point something, okay, 105 over 2. Okay, dah dapat nilai ini. Ada antara anda yang berhenti, yang jalan kerja anda berhenti di sini. I do not know why you stop here. Okay, kamu tak sambung. Apa soalan dia? Soalan dia, find the length of each. Dia nak setiap satu. Kamu cari x, kamu cari x ini. X ini adalah untuk yang ini 8. Mana lagi sisi yang lain? Kamu tak tunjukkan sisi yang lain pun. So where is your other sisi? Ambil 8, so 16 minus 1, you get this one as 15. And where is your y? Ambil y, ganti kat sini. Y equals to 41 minus 3 times 8. So you will get this one as y equals to 17. Siap, habis. So 7 markah. You will get your 7 marks easily. Itu sahaja. Do you get it? So senang soalan ini, dan soalan seterusnya. Kenapa saya punya ini tergerak? Tak apa, kita bawa dia ke sini. Okay, now untuk soalan seterus ini, diagram shows the relation between set X and set Y in the graph form, dalam graph form. Okay, bila anda buat ulang kaji tajuk ini, bila dia kata relation given in the set in the graph form, dalam bentuk graph, sepatutnya pada masa yang sama kamu perlu tahu relation between the function ada berapa. Kita ada 3. At the same time you learn. So bagaimana nak lukis relation ini ataupun nak bentukkan relation ini dalam 2 bentuk yang lain lagi. So you have to know. Okay, tak apa, kita teruskan dengan menjawab soalan. State the relation in the order pairs. This is graph form 1, order pair is the kedua. Okay, apakah yang jenis ketiga? Siapa boleh bagi tahu apakah yang ketiga? Jenis ketiga tu apa? Kita tengah
Arrow diagram.
Arrow diagram, very good. Okay, arrow diagram. Okay, siapa yang jawab tu?
Ravisha.
Okay, very good. Congratulations. Now, dah siap untuk order pairs. Okay, order pairs. So, highlight dekat sini. How are you going to perform your answer in order pairs? Please bear in mind you punya jawapan. If this is in paper 2, mesti anda label B dan kamu mesti tulis ini soalan 1B. Sorry, ini soalan 1B ya. Okay, look, lihat sini. 1B, this is 1B, 1B. And this is A. Mesti labelkan which answer that you are now answering. Okay, dah dapat 1B. Dia kata order pairs. Order pairs is in coordinate form. This is what we call order pairs. So dia ada 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dia ada 4. Okay, kecilkan sedikit for this one. Okay, ada 4. And then jangan lupa for order pairs, dia ada satu lagi benda dekat sini. Dia mesti ada curly bracket. Ramai antara anda buat silap. Anda buat curly bracket X, Y kat sini, then curly bracket X, Y kat sini, which is wrong. Okay, what is the answer that I should put inside here? Okay, it shall be domain. This is your object. 1, 2, 3 dan 4. What is the image? This is P, this is R, this is S, and this is P. Siap. Then this whole thing, nampak ada 3 markah? Means the ABC, this is 1 mark. Kalau you perform begini, sorry, you tak dapat apa-apa pun markah di sini. Okay, take note how to write your answer as in order pairs. Order pairs, bracket. Kenapa bracket? Because they are in pair. And pair itu dapat dari mana? Dari Satah Cartesian. It's from Cartesian plane. So it's the coordinate X diikuti dengan Y. So ini macam R pula. So we write this one. This is 1. Okay. Right, so 1 mark. Then you teruskan jalan kerja anda ke B. Dia nak jawab B. Okay, the type of relation. So, untuk types of relation for this question is simple. Okay, in case in exam nanti anda dikendaki jawab soalan begini, don't worry. As what Ravisha say just now, you buat dia dalam arrow diagram. I have 4. And here I have 4 as well. Okay, this is my 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is my P, Q, R, S. Okay, what I have, my 1 is to P. My 1 is to P. Okay, and then my 2 is to R. My 2 is to R. Putus pula. Okay, my Q, my 3 is to S. My Q is to S. Okay, and my 4 is to P. Ini dia tak cantik Ini okay. My 4 is to P. Here. From here you can see better. Okay, from here you can see better, which is many to one. So tulis relation many to one or many to one relation. Ejaan mesti betul. Okay, banyak kepada satu. Dia tak boleh tulis dia tak boleh kepada begini. Okay, kepada tidak boleh ditulis begini. Dia mesti kepada, kepada. Okay, seterusnya the range of the relation. Apa itu range? Apa itu range? What is range? What is range? Siapa boleh beritahu saya what is range? The range here. What is range?
Domain that has a pair with its codomain.
Codomain. No, I want one word to describe what is range. One word to describe what is range. Satu perkataan untuk menerangkan range. Siapa boleh? Yes, Aston say image. Yes. Range is image. Okay. Range are the images kalau dia ada banyak. Okay, now the problem is if range is image, if image is range, right? So then why dia ada dua perkataan yang berlainan? Kenapa ada dua perkataan berlainan bila dia kata range? When you tell me that range, when you tell me that, okay, when you tell me that range, R-A-N-G-E, range is equals to image, M-A-G-E, range is equals to image, then when you tell me this, okay, when you tell me this, then why, okay, sorry, when you tell me this, then why it is, kenapa dia tak tanya range, kenapa dia tak tanya image, tetapi dia nakkan range. Okay, apa yang boleh kamu beritahu saya? What can you tell me? Siapa boleh beritahu saya apa bezanya antara range dengan image? Come on. Sila jawab soalan saya.
Teacher, image has an object and range is image that has object, but not all codomain would need to have object. So range is something that has the object.
Image is not something that has the object. Can you have image without object? Okay, this is a very interesting discussion here. Can I have image without object? Think of my question. Bolehkah anda mempunyai image tanpa object?
No,
Think
teacher.
of my question. Okay, yang lain? I have 70 minds out there to against me. Please think and answer. Throw me anything so that I can see what is in your mind. Come on. Just now Aston say that range are images, right? And you say the image that has object. So what is range? Range is image that has object. So you are telling me that range is image. That all I understand. Finish. Is that what you meant? So range is image. So now I'm asking you, if range is image, then what is the difference? Why this question they don't want to ask you image instead of image? Why they ask you range? There must be something different between them. Otherwise, then it will not be a question. Can anyone tell me? This is a basic. It's a very basic for you to get. One more mark. So just now here you have 1 mark for many to one, because here you got many and it goes to 1. So many to one have 1 mark. So this is the final mark that you want to list. the range of the, you want to list, you want to write down the range of the relation. So what's the difference between range and image?
Teacher, does range have the curly brackets at the sides?
Yes, that's the only thing that you, very good. Who is that answering?
Alicia, teacher.
Yes, refer to your notes. That's why we are here to sit in front of teachers. Anything you throw to teacher will guide you so that you can remember well. Very good. So range, okay, come back here. I'm back here. Okay, the difference is that for range, you have the curly bracket for the elements in this. All the elements will be in it. So therefore, for you to answer part C, your answer will be curly bracket, as Alicia says. So, and Vignesh just now say that image that has object. So I have P. Okay, wait, I'm bring you back here. I enlarge my diagram for you to see. Okay, in this diagram, I can see that P is the image to 1. So P is in. Right. Then P also is the image to 4. So P is confirmed in. Second, Q is not, because Q doesn't have an object. R, yes. So R is in. Okay, S, yes. S is in. So therefore, for your part C, your answer will be PRS. Would that be okay, PRS? Satisfied? PRS, that's all. Right? If the question asking for image, it's the same thing but without curly bracket. Okay, since this question is asking for range, so you must have the curly bracket. Okay, now go back to just now who was telling me about the domain and the codomain. Okay, domain dan codomain. Apa itu domain? Apa itu codomain? Now, okay, if let's say I go back to this diagram. Okay, I go back to this diagram. I take away all this. I go back to this diagram. Okay, go back to this diagram. Okay, from this diagram, what happened to here? From this diagram, I want you to tell me from this diagram. Yeah, from this diagram, pay attention ya, semua. Okay, ambil ini. From this diagram, arrow diagram. Okay, I list the one on the left as set. This is set X, right? Just now. Okay, this is set X and this is set Y. Okay, which is your domain? Which is your domain? Pardon?
X.
X. Which is your codomain?
Y.
So what's the difference between range, image, and your codomain? What's the difference between range, image, and codomain? You mesti tahu the 5 terms here. So just now for range images, we already identified that the difference between image, they are having the same elements. Image and range are having the same elements, unsur yang sama. Okay, ataupun jawapan yang sama. Yang membezakan range, julat ada curly bracket. Image tak ada curly bracket. So now you want to determine what is the differences between range, image, and codomain. As what just now who was telling me that codomain is Y. Siapa bagi tahu codomain adalah Y tadi? So what is the difference between your codomain as you say set Y dengan the answer that you gave here? What's the difference? Can anybody? Yang lain macam mana? Siapa yang ada kat sini? Abigail, Adin, Aino, Anne, Avinesh, Krisan, Waising, Imtiaz, Kamila, Yeshi, Keying, Junle, Chenru, where are you all? Shafiq, yes. Haziq, Kylie, Shafika, Nurin. Please answer to the question. Come on. If let's say exam keluar soal, dia nak permudahkan soalan LP, nak bantu anda nak permudahkan soalan. Dia bagi soalan ini, apakah beza, nyatakan perbezaan antara julat, image dan codomain. Then you tak boleh bagi contoh. Then how? You cuma boleh bagi contoh range and image because telah diterangkan, and you tak boleh bagi contoh codomain. Can anyone tell me the answer? Tak ada jawapan dari anda. Hello guys, are you there?
Korang, Puan Gan tanya soalan tu. Mana anda semua?
Okay, teacher domain and codomain needs to have curly bracket. Okay, very good. Domain and codomain, yes, it has to have curly bracket. Now my question, Elisha, this is also very good. So now you did respond to teacher, but you did not answer to the question asked. Okay, what is my question? My question is asking you what is the difference between range, image and codomain. You are not answering to the question asked. Saya nak kamu bezakan antara julat, image dan codomain. Itu saja. Very simple. It's a very simple question. It's basic. It's very basic. Ada jawapan? Malasnya kamu nak jawab. On the mic and just talk to me. That's all. If you tell me, I will guide you. Di sini, we are chasing the result. We are chasing after the result for you. If you don't cooperate, everything thrown by teacher to you, you will not learn domain. The domain which links to codomain are range. Gavin, see now, saya dah tahu dah. You don't seem to understand my question. Okay, now back to here. Okay, this is my. I have to take some time, Kita buat ulang kaji, This is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. This is my set X. This is my set Y, which I have my P, Q, R, S. So just now 1 is to P, and 4 is to P, and 2 is to berapa dia? I lupa ni. 2 is to R, and 3 is to S. 2 is to R, and 3 is to S. Okay. Okay, Shafika say codomain take all the okay, very good. Yes, Shafika, very good. At least cikgu ada seorang murid yang jawab dengan betul. Shafika, bagus. Okay, then Alicia say range is the image, then with curly bracket, codomain is all the values of Y in the curly bracket. Domain are all Alicia, the question asks image, not domain. Okay, domain are all objects, X value in the curly bracket. Okay, understand Anan? So ini jawapan bagi tengok kamu boleh tengok dekat chat box So codomain take all the values. So ini semua codomain, tak kisah. These all are your codomain. The elements as in the Y axis will be the codomain. Okay, codomain. So then image. This will be image. Bagi image, this will be your image. This is image. This is image, and this is image. This is not image. Yang ini bukan image. I take black color. Okay, this is not image. Why this is not image? Kerana dia tidak ada object. Okay, take codomain, take all the values here. Codomain, all the values here. And the green color is images. And images, elements berada dalam curly bracket will be the range. Okay, understand? Very perfect. Cantik. Macam inilah you belajar, Syafiqah. Very good. Keep on moving Syafiqah. The result is in your hand. Okay, Alicia pun sama. Okay, domain which have codomain are range. The domain which links to codomain are range. Gavin, your domain which links to codomain are range. Codomain, your answer. Please highlight your answer and understand what you say. Codomain are the elements on the left. Okay, semua sekali or on the y-axis, I will say. Okay, now let's continue to the second question here. Second question. Oh, cikgu tak bagi markah tadi kan? Tak apa. Then second question. Second question shows the right angle, a triangle. Now this is not right angle triangle, it's a triangle. Okay, OEF, which is O is the origin point, where O is the origin point. Point G lies on OF. Okay, calculate the area of triangle OEFR. This one senang. Okay, remember to write this A. So for the area, many of you, when I check your work, you tak ada subject. Okay, after this, bila anda dikehendaki membuat kerja, kalau tak ada subject, saya tak akan bagi betul. Okay, mesti ada yang ini, dan you must have your subject equation. So the equation will be half. Okay, masukkan nilai. So start with 0, 0, then go to negative 2, 3, go on to 12, 5, go on to 0, 0. Close the bracket. Because it's a polygon, the first pair of coordinate must repeat, make the closing. Okay, then secondly, buatlah yang ini. Please go to my YouTube for this. I have come up with a YouTube dengan cara yang betul, dan kamu tak akan salah masa mendarab. Tapi masalah dia masa cikgu menanda paper anda, ada murid yang memberitahu saya jawapan dengan salah. Okay, 36 tolak 10, dia bagi 46. Okay, you have two values here. So the first set, it will be from here. Okay, this one darab ini tambah this one darab ini tambah this one darab ini, you will get it as 36. 36. Betul tak 36? Oh, no, sorry, negative 10 because saya tak sama. Then operasi dia tolak. Okay, this is operasi tolak. By right, this one should be bracket lah. Operasi tolak. Then here I have it as, okay, then the second pair will be I gunakan warna biru. Okay, here 0, 36. Okay, 36. Okay, then this is your first mark. Markah diberi di sini, your first mark. Okay, bila ini dah diberi, then your working continue. Your working continue equals to half in the bracket negative 46 and modulus. The modulus here is to make the negative 46 turn into positive. So then teruskan lagi jalan kerja anda, you get 23 unit square. So this is your markah yang kedua. Simple. Senang sahaja. Okay, dua markah. Okay, now B. B, given the ratio. Okay, 3, 2, find the coordinate. So B, this is your B. Find the coordinate. Hitam. B here, gunakan your coordinate tengah-tengah which is your GX. Okay, diberi dalam koordinat, gunakan you punya nilai, tambah dengan 12 darab dengan 3 bahagi dengan 5. Okay, koma, 0 darab dengan 2 because of origin point, tambah dengan 5 darab dengan 3 bahagi dengan 5. So this itself, bagi yang ini, bagi kisah ini, this is 1 mark. Bagi kisah ini, this is 1 mark. Di sini 1 markah. Markah yang satu lagi, this is your coordinate. Coordinate of GX. Okay, which is equals to the coordinate 36/5 and 3. So this is another mark. So 1 markah lagi di sini. 4 marks. Very simple. Okay, masalah seterusnya. Okay, many of you masih ada lagi masih ada lagi. I consider this question senang. Dia tidaklah susah macam mana. Tapi have you taken down the notes here? Okay, I want to padam this one. Cikgu nak padamkan ini semua. Delete. Okay, padam ini semua. Terpadam itu pula. Okay, now go here this. Everyone pay attention here kerana the ratio. Ratio ini involve sama juga dalam kita punya tajuk vector. Okay, this one. Point W move such that its distance from F is always 2 times from E. Okay, now coordinate of E. Okay, coordinate of E. You know the coordinate. The point E is -2, 3. Okay, coordinate of F. Coordinate of F is this. Okay, masalah dia coordinate of W. You tak tahu. So if coordinate W I do not know, I will list my W as XY. Followed by E, followed by F. That is your first task. Okay, fahamkan ayat ini dahulu. Then, point W move such that its distance. Its ni siapa? Its ni is W. Its distance from F. So means that it's WF. Is always in our mathematics we transform into mathematical symbol is equal 2 times from E. Siapa yang from E? Who is from E? W from E is 2 times of WE. Okay, ini dia. So hafal, hadamkan yang ini. Please take note. Ada lagi, there are some of you still give me this as your answer. Okay, you still give me this as your working. 2WF equals to WE. When you have this, what happened here? This is wrong. Because you already wrongly interpret the question. Okay, you sudah interpret question wrongly. Right? So ini salah. So salah, kita tak nak, kita buangkan dia. Buangkan dia. Dan seterusnya, what am I going to do is, saya akan masukkan koordinat saya. So WF. WF is a line. WF, this is a line. A line in Cartesian plane. You nak cari line ini. What formula that you use to look for a line in Cartesian plane? Gunakan formula line, iaitu yang melibatkan teorem Pythagoras. Okay, let's say this is point here. This is my here. This is x1. This is my x2. This is my y1. This is my y2. So in order to look for the length of this panjang ini, okay, what is the formula that you use? You gunakan x1, you nak cari panjang ini. You want to look for this length, which is your x1 minus x2 squared. Then you cari panjang ini. Tambah dengan y1 minus y2 squared. You want to look for the length hypotenuse, follow the Pythagoras theorem. So ini formula yang digunakan. Okay, so fahamkan konsep. The concept is very important to us. So ini bila kita gunakan panjang, okay, kita nak menentukan panjang, kita gunakan Pythagoras theorem. Okay, kita gunakan Pythagoras theorem. Cikgu nak padam yang ini. I want to erase this one, tak nak yang ini. Dia ganggu. This is the concept, please. Hafalkan yang ini supaya dia membantu anda dalam kat sini. So now, I go on to my this. Sekarang, titik saya akan menjadi WX. Okay, titik saya akan menjadi WX. So, W is X. F saya adalah 12. Okay, and then this is my Y for W. And Y for my F is this. Ini adalah untuk WF. Then equals to 2. Again, jarak yang sama. Formula yang sama saya apply here. Which is X minus negative 2 for X squared plus Y minus 3 squared. Okay, for this case, you get 1 mark. For this Pythagoras theorem, either the left or the right. Secondly, barisan yang kedua, bila you throw away the square root, bila you throw away the square root here, nilai ini, nilai 2 dikuasa 2, dia akan menjadi 4. Dia akan menjadi 4. Dengan the whole thing mesti di darab. Ini markah yang kedua. Dan seterusnya jawapan anda akan dapat 3x squared tambah dengan 3y squared tambah dengan 40x tolak dengan 14y. Okay, tolak dengan 117 equals to 0. Okay, this you will get 1 mark. 1 markah di sini. Markah seterusnya di sini. So, dah 3 markah for this case. Tetapi, malangnya dalam masa penandaan cikgu dapati bahawa ada murid, cikgu tak ingat siapa dia. Ada murid di nilai ini, dia tulis 177. Habis. Okay? Over your carelessness. Memang cuai sangat. Very, very cuai. Okay. Dan yang seterusnya untuk determine. Dah kita jawab ini. Find the equation of the locus. Kita dah cari. Find the equation of the locus. Kita dah dapat. Determine whether the locus passes through. You bagi saya, okay, ada antara kawan anda, you show me your passes through. Tengok sini I want to show you this. You have this equation. Nampak tak? Do you see this? Can you see your friends working? Respond to me a bit.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So your friends have come up with this equation as I told you just now, right? Dia dapat 1 markah. Now, to determine, take note, when the question asks you to determine whether it passed through or not. Okay, very good. This is very good. You have this. Okay, this is, I gunakan warna biru lah. A bit. Okay. Here, this will be good enough. Okay, this is good enough. This is very good. If you have performed this, I already confirmed that you dah tahu apa yang berlaku. at y-axis because you want to check it intersect with the x-axis. That's why your x is equals to 0. Because of your y-axis here, any line that cross here, the coordinate x should be 0 and y should be the coordinate. Fine. But the problem is, what are you doing here? You are looking for the coordinate. You are looking for the coordinate. Where else the question asks you whether determine whether it passes through or not. So remember, if that is the question, if I were to be a bit strict in this marking session, I will say that this whole thing you lost your mark because you need to use discriminant. Otherwise, apa gunanya discriminant itu? Then you may ask me, teacher, tak boleh ke? It's not that cannot. Setiap formula yang diguna pakai ada tujuan dia masing-masing. Okay? They have their own duty to do. So if you want to determine, you use the discriminant. Discriminant is to determine whether the line passes through or intersect at a particular line or not. Kalau discriminant greater than 0 means that if you get the value of discriminant which is greater than 0 positive value, then yes, intersect at two different points. Okay, when you get the after you evaluate, you get the value of discriminant equals to 0, means that the equation passes to the particular axis at one point. If the value of discriminant is less than 0, negative values, then there is no intersection. So itu tujuan dia, right? So but here I do give you marks lah. Saya tidaklah teruk sangat tak bagi markah, right? Because you understand that, but that is not the one that question wanted. Otherwise, if they want you to factorize, the question will ask you to look for the coordinate. Okay, that's why you have the value of coordinate here. That is why you have the value of coordinate here. Okay, the value of coordinate. Right? So that is the problem. If you ask me, teacher, does it mean that tak dapat markah? For here, I can't tell you. Okay, in exam, the marking scheme depends on LP. If LP say for this question, candidates needs to use discriminant, other than that, mereka tak akan dapat markah, then you lose your marks here. Even though what you meant here is you want to show there is intersection point, but the question never asked that, right? So then we go back to question number 3. Question number 3. Okay, question number 3, part A, B. I'm very, very proud of you. Most of you got it right. The only thing that you dapat salah adalah this part. Since you got this one wrong, many of you, I will explain only bahagian C. Okay, sorry. I want to minimize this one so they can see. Okay, here. Look into the question. The question says that a point P prime, okay, P prime lies on PQ. Okay, that P prime R equals to PR means that P prime R, this line, your P prime should be equal to it. But remember, when you want to form an ambiguous case, okay, so it should be, by right it should be, because the question never says that the line is extended, okay, unless the question says that QTP is extended, begini. But it never says this. When it never says this, so you are going to assume that, oh, here you look into here. You look into here. Wait, there's my mouse. Okay, I want to bring you here. Look into this point. Okay, look into here. P prime R equals to PR. Okay, this is about locus. P prime R equals to, where's my question? Ayah, pergi mana sudah? Apa dia lari? Okay, P prime R equals to PR. So now you have the point P prime R. You have the point P R. This is P prime. This is P prime. This is P. Dia tak sama. Di tempat lain. R and R sama. Okay. They are the similar point. So what can you do is you go back to your diagram. You go back to your diagram here. That's why now you need your compasses. Okay, R will be the point. Get the length of P. Swing your compasses along. You will get here. This will be your P prime. Done. Okay, this will be your P prime for this case. But for this, okay, let's check this one on to here. I bring you down here. You see your friends working. Tak tahu apa dia buat. Dia buat dia PR. This is dia punya this one. But the equation is wrong. So the P prime dia lukis. Okay, the P prime should be P prime here should be somewhere here lah. Should be here. I think this one dia draw. That's why cikgu baru perasan yang ini. Right? So then we check on another one. Another one dia form begini. P prime. Salah. I do not know. The R, you see, from this diagram, daripada diagram ini, you don't see the drawing. You don't see the P prime kat mana. Saya pun tak nampak. P prime pula kat sini. So it should be here. P prime should be here. Right. Okay, let's go to one of the solution of your friend for part B. Baru saya perasan. Question 3, A and B. Okay, let's browse through your working. This is siapa punya working, very nice and neat. But the problem, mesti ada problem. What's the problem with this question that you can see? Who can answer to my question? What can you see in this problem? Anyone? I bagi tick. Who can tell me what's the problem with this question?
Angle P.
Angle? That is why you need to attend teacher's class, because cikgu akan asyik ulang benda yang sama sampai you muak dengar pun you dah muntah. Where is the number to the question? You tak ada nombor bagi soalan itu. So in exam, let me remind you. Okay, kalau tak ada nombor, the whole thing here, no marks. Walaupun betul. Is that clear? Please take note. Ambil catatan. Setiap soalan yang dijawab mesti ditulis nombor soalan. Cikgu akan menanda kertas kerja anda seperti kita menanda dalam peperiksaan. Okay, this is your sign rule. 1 mark here. And this is the angle that asked. That you get 1 mark here. Right? Sign P, what do you mean by sign P? What do you mean by sign P? Oh, you mean that this one must be labeled as QPR. Fine, it's okay. Di sini kita tengok kat sini. We understand what you meant here. This one actually we understood because this is in a triangle. You are talking the interior angle, not the exterior. So finally dia ada jawapan dia. Okay, 1 mark here. And part B. This is part B. You gunakan cos rule. You see the 51 and 51.89 degree tidak diberi. Okay, this question done by your friend, dia pandai, dia tak perlu segitiga. Okay, here. Ini kawan yang seorang lagi dia labelkan semua. So this is 60 degree. This is 68. This is 68.6 degree. Okay, the whole thing here is 51.54 degree. Ini dia. Your friend label this. Bagus. This is a very nice kerja. But point dia punya point salah. Ini P prime dia. Seperti yang cikgu katakan tadi, the point should be here, not here. Yang sharing point is R. So your P should be here. P prime should be here. Right. Okay, yang ini cikgu tak ganggu. Kita pergi ke bahagian kedua. Kita nak jawab bahagian kedua. Okay, since this is the one given, this question asking for ST. Where's my ST? This is my ST. Okay, this is my ST. So what happened here? You dah ada 30, you dah ada 10. Look into here, ST is here. This is your ST. So use your cosine rule. Okay, cosine rule. Tengok sini. Cosine rule. Okay, you need to get the 51 degree 54 minute 54 minute 54 minute from this triangle. Sudut ini tambah ini tolak dari 180, you get this. So A times B. Okay, A squared plus B squared minus 2 times 10 times 13 cos this angle will be equals to ST. 1 mark. Apply the correct formula. Then answer to 4 significant figure. 1 mark. So cantik. Okay. For this student, jawapan dia. Okay. Why 68? Why can't I take this? Okay, why can't I take this? Kalau you fikirkan okay, kalau you fikirkan, okay, listen here guys. Cikgu nak buat sedikit penerangan yang menggunakan pemikiran. Okay, now you refer to this. This is 60 degree and the length is 10 plus 18 is about 28. And the length of this is 30. Okay, so the angle should be a little bit greater than 60 degree. It shouldn't be this angle. Okay, kamu kena buat sedikit pemikiran kat situ. Creative and critical thinking. Okay, need your creative and critical thinking sekarang to choose which one is your answer. Okay, if in exam you perform like this, jawapan 2 suruh pilih, the question will be automatically, you will be losing your marks. Okay, so this one dah dapat ST, then pergi ke B, the area of, which one area that dia nak? Sekejap I want, the area of quadrilateral, SRPT, this. For this, you want to solve this triangle as what we discussed the other day. Dia ada banyak cara. Okay, you want to solve this triangle, you have a few ways to do. Because this is not a trapezium. Nothing give us that this and this are parallel. Ada pula kawan gunakan parallel untuk cari panjang ST. Salah. No information tells that ST is parallel to PR. So tak boleh. So if let's say you are looking for the area for this, you're looking for this area. There are many ways for you to do. You may form the right angle triangle, you may gunakan triangle ini, then you remove this. Okay. Secondly, you may break this into 2. Since you will have the length of ST, you may break this into 2. You get the length of, you get the area of this plus the area of this by using the formula. Right? Itu sahaja. So then for this, let's look into your friend's working. Dia cari quadrilateral of STP. Let's look into where is my STP. Wait, saya kecilkan sedikit. STP. Okay, here. This candidate dia buat begini. STP and SPR. Okay, this is the formula. Cikgu besarkan for you to see. This is the formula. This is the formula. Okay, yang dia sub dekat sini. Okay, half times 10.42 the panjang ST and 18 is the panjang TP. And the angle of this sine ini yang dia cari 157. Dia gunakan sine rule. to determine the angle of STP. One more time. Then plus dengan the SPR punya triangle, SR is 17 and PR is 25.44. Then sine 60. Half AB sine C, the area formula. Then put them together, they get the answer. Okay, so itu untuk for this. And then for part C, to determine Q, the length of QP prime. Dia nak cari panjang ini, this length. Right? So for this length, cara dia QP prime, this length upon this angle, dia perlu cari, you have to look for this angle. Okay, and then 24 point QP prime, 25.44 upon 51. This, here. Ini dan ini sama. So the 25.44 is here. Okay, ini line dia. 24.55 is here and upon this. Okay, that's why dapat 1 mark. 16.12 is not given in the question. You boleh tentukan sendiri, get 1 mark kat situ. This 1 mark for the formula, that you apply the value correct into the formula. And then final answer must be in 4 significant figure. Right? So ini ada beberapa contoh bagi jalan kerja kawan lah. Cikgu ada beberapa perkara yang cikgu nak nasihatkan anda semasa anda hantar image untuk cikgu tanda online. Cikgu harap kita balik ke sekolah lah. Easy to tanda your paper in paper rather than dekat Google. Mata cikgu pun dah tak boleh tahan. The most is by berapa helai saja sekali tanda. Okay, this is a very good example for these students to hand in, because one question is in 1 page. Okay, one question is in 1 page. Dia gunakan yang ini dalam 1 page, so that everything is here. Right, then lepas itu kita pergi ke next page. Okay, this is also for this. Dia sebenarnya ada jawapan dekat bawah here, no? Dia ada jawapan dekat bawah sini. Dekat bawah sini. Okay, but I crop. Okay, this is the whole question for question 1. Very good. Ada diagram and you can see the jalan kerja terus ke bawah. Your working is much better compared to the first time that you hand in. Okay, ini pun sama. Very neat. Jawapan dia sampai akhir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the first question, 7 marks. The equation, right? Then after that, we go on to this. Ini. This is not a very good example. Kerana dia combine part soalan A, bahagian A, soalan 1 dengan soalan 2. Okay, not easy for teachers to mark the paper. Okay, kerana markah dia asing-asing. Okay, then kita teruskan lagi dengan yang ini. This is very neat. See, not very neat. You need this kind of working to help you to see, oh, saya perlu nilai ini dari sini, saya perlu nilai ini dari sini. Very neat. And you want to check your work, also very easy. Tak payah terkia-kia. Okay, and this is another example, right? A very nice and systematic. You boleh nampak. This is the first part. This is the second part. This is the third part. Dengan dilabel 2A, 2B, 2C. And C part 1, C part 2. And then discriminant passes through 10 marks. So cikgu nak tanda pun senang. Cikgu tengok. Tak payah nak bagi markah, terus bagi 10 markah. Easy. And then this question, this is they use discriminant kat sini. Okay, so 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks. That's why dia hilang markah dekat sini. Right? So yang ini pun sama, yang cikgu dah terangkan tadi. The working is very neat. Okay, inilah performance yang kita nak, but please buat sedikit penambahbaikan pada diri siapa calon ini. Pastikan kamu tulis nombor. And then this thing, okay, this diagram also bukan dilukis anda tidak boleh lukis. Okay, please bear in mind in exam, walaupun ini betul, kerana kamu kata lukis, check the question. The question asks you to sketch. Okay, let me bring you back to the question. Patah balik pada soalan. Okay, cari panjang dalam, okay, find, okay, where is my question? A point such that find the length. Oh, sebenarnya tak perlu sketching pun. Cari panjang. Okay, yang ni tak perlu sketching, tapi dia nak panjang sahaja. Okay, sorry. Now, let's go to this question. Okay, this one cikgu dah terangkan tadi. This one. Kenapa salah? Dia tak habis kerja. Tak tahu apa dia buat kat sini. Right? Working must be consistent supaya cikgu boleh lihat dengan jelas. This is a bit cakap ayam, I will say lah. Yang tadi tu contoh tadi cantik. Okay? So ada sebarang soalan yang kamu nak tanya. Ini juga seorang lagi. 3A, you can see A part 1, A part 2. Cantik. Answer here ada selang, jawapan, selang, jawapan, selang. And then area ada tajuk. Dia tunjuk what she wants to do. Okay, ini tolak ini, masuk formula betul. And then bagi gambar raja begini. And then apa dia lakarkan. And then from here dia dapat jawapan dia. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Memang tik dia. Cikgu akan tengok, check jalan kerja anda. Okay, do you have any question to ask? Sebelum cikgu, dah habis masa pun. Sebelum cikgu bagi anda, you have to take your time untuk you buat kerja kerana penerangan cikgu agak panjang tadi. Okay? Do you have any question to ask?
No.
Okay, understand the whole thing? So, untuk kamu punya hantaran, Puan Yus bagi 2 soalan. I think Puan Yus give 2 question in the Google. Okay, wait, give me one minute. Okay, Puan Yus already open the question dekat Google Form. Go to Google Classroom, get the question from there. 2 soalan sahaja. Make sure that you practice yourself 1 page of A4 paper. Lengkapkan jawapan anda. Okay, kalau kamu nak sambung, bila kamu snap jawapan, jangan snap sambung dengan soalan kedua. Asingkan dia. Right? Kalau boleh, asingkan. Kalau boleh, teacher prefer the whole thing in 1 page. Easy for us to see your working. Right? Because cikgu kena download your picture, your image untuk tanda, then upload, then download the second one. If you break your answer into 2 different images, after upload, we need to download. Then download, kita kena upload and download again. That is the problem. Okay, because of the downloading and loading punya masalah. Okay, so itu I think hari ini sebenarnya cikgu pun tak sempat nak bagi anda pergi ke Google Class buat kerja. But anyhow, you curi masa anda lah. During your free period after your class, everything late in the evening, you may do. Lock yourself, tengok soalan tu kalau 10 markah, my advice to you, lock yourself for 50 minutes for each question. Can it be done? Boleh tak anda buat begitu?
Boleh.
Okay, 15 minit untuk kamu jawab soalan. Setiap soalan tu. I think ada 2 soalan untuk kamu jawab. Boleh tak? Okay, do you have any question to ask?
No.
Puan Gan,
Ya, saya.
I nak tambah sikit je.
Boleh.
Okey, dengan awak semua ada pen tak? Kalau ada pen, tolong keluarkan pen sebab ni berkaitan dengan soalan kedua yang Cikgu Yus bagi dekat dalam Google Classroom. Pegang pen, tulis ni sebab grafnya tak nampak.
Oh, graf tak nampak? Yes, betul.
Grafnya tak nampak. Saya dah try pakai laptop pun tak clear. Pakai handphone rasanya ada murid pakai handphone pun tak berapa clear. Okey, ready ya? Okey, ada 2 soalan dekat dalam latihan yang Cikgu Yus bagi dalam Google Form. Soalan pertama solution of triangle, yang tu tak ada masalah, clear, boleh nampak. Okay, yang ada masalah adalah pada soalan kedua, index number. Okay, index number grafnya tu tak nampak. Okay, soalan dia kalau buka nanti awak akan nampak graf. Okay, awak akan nampak graf, dia ada dua palang. Okay, you have two bar tu lah, okay, untuk P, Q, R dan S. Okay, dia bagi indeks harga bagi tahun 2014 dan 2015. Saya akan baca setiap satu, awak tolong tulis. Okay, alright, untuk P, indeks pada tahun 2014 untuk P adalah 110,110. Okay, next, index for 2015, indeks untuk 2015 item yang sama, item P juga, it is 112. Okay, next for Q, index for 2014 is 105, whereas for 2015 is 108. Okay, 105 and 108. Okay, next for R,
108 ke 107?
10, kejap mana pula soalannya? 10?
7 ke 108?
Macam nampak 108. Nanti cikgu confirmkan semula. Okay, tak jumpa pula yang tu, dah terpangkah pula dia punya ni. Okay, nanti kalau kata salah nanti cikgu akan maklum semula. Okay, next for R for 2014 is 120 and for 2015 is 122. 122. Oh, nampak macam ni lah. Q tadi tu cikgu rasa macam 108. Jap. 107. Nanti dululah. Okay, last one for S. Okay, for item S untuk 2014 is 102 and 2015 is 107. So I repeat all the values. For P, Q, R and S, I start first for 2014. 2014, P is 110, Q 105, R 120, S 102. This is for 2014 only. Okay, next for 2015, for P, Q, R and S, it is 112, 108, 122 and 107. Dapat tak?
Dapat.
Thank you.
Okay, Puan Yus, do you have anything to say? Puan Yus ada kelas kan? Okay, 78 only of you. So kalau tolak cikgu, cikgu myself ada dua, one child and then Yus and then you. Ada 72. The attendance today is not good, nah. Yang lain pergi mana? I predicted that your MCO tidak akan extend, Form 5 akan balik ke sekolah. Right? Kalau you tak hadir, then it will affect your result lah. Itu nasihat saya. Please maklumkan dekat kawan-kawan anda, kalau ada classmate mesti mereka ikuti. Kalau if you are Jaren, where did you go just now? You never respond to me.
Hello.
Where do you go just now?
Nowhere here.
Just now when I called you, you were not there.
Oh, maybe I didn't hear. Maybe I went to drink water. I got a few times.
Got lah. Very good. You please check back your question on this. For the first question on this. For this. Your equation, you make X as the subject. Am I right? So you got problem there. Please check my marking on your paper.
Okay.
So kalau tak ada yang lain ada soalan dah. Elisa okey dah hari ni? Malisa ada tak Malisa hari ni?
Okay, teacher. Tak nampak.
Malisa tak nampak. Tak tahu dia pergi mana.
Dia punya phone
Rosak.
rosak.
Komputer pun tak ada. Kena ikhtiarkan, fikirkan cara macam mana. Okay, whatever it is. So,
Korang, sorry, tadi I salah betul lah. Ada pembetulan tadi, index Q. Okay, indeks Q masa tahun 2015 tadi cikgu kata 108, betul? Okay, lepas tu Puan Gan betulkan, dia kata 107. Okay, betul. It is 107 not 108. 107 for Q in 2015. Okay, minta maaf.
Tak apa, because dia memang kabur. Tak apalah, because manalah tahu soalan macam ni keluar. Nasib kita kan, kita dah pandai buat. Okay, so Fah ada lagi apa nak sampaikan?
Tak ada lagi dah. Minta dia orang snap gambar proper lah. Ada yang hantar gambar terbalik atau dia terbaring gambar dia. It is in horizontal sepatutnya awak hantar in vertical. So kita orang ni susah nak menanda sebab terbalik-balikkan handphone.
Betul. Itu yang saya maksudkan. So guys, later when you stamp your photo, let your camera stand vertically. Okay? Jangan buat landscape. Okay, so your paper A4, your paper is long towards the bottom, so your phone also follow. Okay, make it as easy as possible for teachers to mark, because nak menanda online we are not familiar to it. So thank you for your, kalau if you have nothing to ask, and Puan Yus pun tak ada kat sini.
Hai, Yus ada.
Yes.
Terkick diri sendiri.
Tak apa, okay.
Kalau daripada Cikgu Yus tak ada apa sangat. Macam Cikgu Puan Gan cakap tadilah, masa you snap, make sure dalam bentuk vertical, bukan horizontal. Maksudnya dalam bentuk portrait tu lah, bukan dalam bentuk yang landscape. Okay. Even though kalau you guys tangkap dalam bentuk landscape pun, korang boleh pusing dulu dan baru send hantar. Okay.
Pandai.
All the best guys, yang form 5 ni all the best. Macam Cikgu Puan Gan cakap, walaupun kita tak bersua, tapi you guys mesti usaha untuk cari latihan. Tak yakin dan tanya cikgu-cikgu. Okay, ilmu daripada cikgu tu lebih penting daripada awak refer sendiri tanpa pengetahuan, orang cakap. Itu saja dari saya. Terima kasih Puan Gan.
Sama. So kalau tak ada, okay, thank you guys for attending the class today. So hope that it make you bawa buah-buahan tu balik lah, fruitful you. Okay, so before you leave, please remember to say thank you to teachers. Then I will say that thank you for your attendance. Jangan lupa isi kehadirannya. Bye.
Thank you Puan Gan.
Thank you Puan Hafizah, thank you Puan Yus kerana menemani.
Tak ada buat apa pun. Lepas tu gambar yang
Ada.
dalam video, dalam soalan tu you sudah replace dah. Baru perasan gambar tu tak cantik. Gambar yang dekat dalam soalan Google Form tu, you sudah update yang baru. Tapi tengoklah dong macam mana.
Okay.
Terima kasih Puan Gan.
Bye. Sama. Bye.